What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Robert Vazquez. Wanted to give you guys a quick update again. Hello, hi everyone. I'm Robert Vazquez. I run Countrywide Capital Group. We run a vertically integrated real estate investment company. I think a lot of the things that we're discussing on the stage is something that a lot of people really need to pay attention to and really capitalize on, the way that Seth said, of trying to maximize your profit centers or take advantage of additional profit centers. If you think about every single real estate transaction you guys do, think about ways to capture revenue on every single section of that transaction. So we have a real estate brokerage, we have a title company, mortgage office, we're direct lenders, hard money lenders. Right now we're builders as well, so we're focusing on our affordable housing fund. We plan on building 200 to 300 single-family homes throughout the Central Florida marketplace. So that's really what I'm focusing on right now, is just my new construction while scaling and getting out of and essentially firing myself from the other positions.
Here's what we want to know, is who you are, what's your business right now? Kind of give us the 2-minute version, and then ultimately, what's the problem you're trying to solve right now that literally matters the most to you right now, and then allow us to give you some feedback on how to solve that problem. And then, Elisa, would you, or somebody, can you give me that mic right there? So I have 2 of them up here. That way we got one on this end, got a couple of them, 2 or 3 mics here. All right, so Ben, break it down for us, brother.
We're mic'd up.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, my name is Ben. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, down in the southeast United States. And my business is just getting started full-time. I quit my W-2. Last Tuesday was my last day.
Congratulations.
So, thanks. So, I've been doing real estate, flipping, buying long-term rentals, a lot of different areas on the side. Exactly what you've been talking about as just hustling. I rent campers out. I have an e-com store, Airbnb, everything. And so my problem, or what I really need help with, is focus as I start this. So the reason I came here is because I want to set the systems and everything in place at the beginning as I grow. And so what I'm focusing on, my main thing, is building a flip business. I have a lot of investors. I have a lot of capital accessible to me, and so I need to take advantage of that by finding the deals, bringing the deals in, and then flipping them to investors and or just flipping them retail. So what I'm trying to start is a flipping business that I've done part-time, but I'm trying to take that full-time.
So you're doing a flipping business right now.
I have done some. It's been part-time. Yeah.
Okay. And the question you want to ask this panel is effectively, how do I start and run a flipping business? Is that what you're at? Is that the question?
Right, start and scale quickly. Because I have 4 kids that I need to feed, and so I need to go quickly. And so I'm betting on myself by quitting my job. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but not to scale, obviously.
Rob?
Yeah, one thing I'd like to also share, you mentioned you have 4 kids. I share, I've got 4 boys myself, and the one thing that you also mentioned that I related to is, you got to do this quick because now you're doing this full time.
Right.
So what that screams to me is that you have to do this quick because you're now jumping in full force, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've done it, and many entrepreneurs have. But I think a short-term goal, and I say this is literally short-term, is you need to figure out what your monthly nut is, so to say, and that your primary goal, in my opinion, should be a way to replace that income.
Right.
So while you're seeking out these opportunities for flip properties, right, start adding to your rental portfolio. So at the very minimum, once your basic bills are covered, and this applies to most people, because I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest freedom I've had is the moment I was able to replace my income or my bills with passive income. That really allowed me the opportunity to do other things, like start another business or be a little bit riskier with an investment decision, so to say, because my expenses were covered. So while you're doing this full time, and I congratulate you for doing that, I would definitely focus on trying to figure out ways to replace your the income you just left and just cover your bills, because you're going to have a totally different perspective and a lot more freedom.
Yeah, okay.
Is Nick Varina in the room? Nick, are you in the room? Come on. Give Nick a round of applause.
So Nick Vernia from Las Vegas, Nevada. 18 months or so into a real estate investment company. I do have a business partner, also in a general contracting company.
Okay.
I'm here with my wife, who's our realtor, to focus on scaling the investment company.
Okay.
We did 3 deals last year. We've done 4 deals this year. We have 5 in construction right now. Our biggest pinch point is capital. We've done everything on our own backs. And that's the biggest thing is we have deals coming in. We've worked with wholesalers, got a couple pocket deals from other realtors. Obviously, my wife does some stuff for us 'cause she's got full access. And we've bought 2 off-market deals. So we're working, different.
So when you say you're a real estate, so basically you're taking down a property and fixing it up and flipping it, but it also said you had something under construction. Are you doing new build?
No,
Or you
sorry.
mean that it's in that same?
Renovation.
Okay, renovation.
in-
Got it.
in rehab, yeah.
Want to just clarify.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're mainly flipping right now. Short-term goal this year goal is to hold 3 properties, and then obviously keep scaling rentals. We've talked about doing 4-plex, but that's really our biggest pinch point right now is capital.
And so here's my question for you, and I'll let somebody else talk about it. Average price point you're buying at right now?
So we're flipping out in Pahrump, Nevada, which is just outside of Las Vegas. It's 40,000 people, sleepy little town, but it's
Yep.
booming. I'm buying very, very low.
What is it? Give me the price.
I'm average 110,
Okay, and then how much are you putting into it?
60 to 90.
Okay, so basically 200 grand is what you got into a deal.
Yeah,
Okay. And you want to double or triple the business?
5x.
Okay, so, and you're doing 5 a year right now?
Correct. We have a goal to do 15 this year.
Okay, so 15, and just, I know the velocity of money, but okay, hypothetically right now, if I handed you $5 million and said, Nick, you got all the money you need, is money still your problem?
No,
What's the new problem?
it would then be deals.
Okay. So, because I can tell you, and I think all these guys will agree with you, that money is probably the easiest problem to solve. You guys all agree with that?
100%. The money's easy if the deal's great.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no shortage of people who want to give guys like you money. The problem then shifts very quickly that, as you just clearly pointed out, I give you $5 million. You're ready to go. Now, if I don't get my money deployed, in other words, if you don't go invest it and go spend it and it doesn't return capital to me, then why the fuck I want to give you money?
Right.
Right? And so I give you $5 million and you can't create leads. You don't have multiple crews doing deals. I mean, do you have multiple crews?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I gave you $5 million, how many projects could you actually handle right now?
5.
At a time, simultaneously?
No,
concurrent?
we could do 10. We could do, because we'd have 5 in rehab right now. We could handle another 5.
Okay, so you can handle an additional 5 than what you've got right now.
Yeah,
So
5.
effectively, if you are in need of $1 million in capital and 5 houses, that's the real challenge. Go ahead. Are you good at what you do?
Yeah, I could be better, but yeah, I think.
I mean, do you believe in what you do?
Oh, absolutely. I believe in
Okay,
myself.
you guys are putting out a good product?
Yes.
And
Setting
if
comps, everything.
somebody borrowed or loaned you money, it would represent a good opportunity for them to make money with you? I mean, you
Absolutely.
could potentially pay 2 and 10 or something. I mean, you could return capital to them and make them money, especially if you're making good money on the deals, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then to his point, why would you not give that opportunity to your friends and family?
That's Q. So last year we just, like I said, we did everything on our backs. My Q1 goal is hard money. Private money for doing gap funding. I have hard money lined up. I just don't. The lender that I use for my hard money will not do the rehab side. So my Q1 goal is gap funding with friends and family. It's been a tough conversation. Some people don't understand it. I'm sure you guys have all dealt with it. And I do have my mom on board. She actually funded a house, which was awesome. But I'm having those conversations actively, getting more active on social media, putting myself out there so people can see what I'm doing, being more active that way.
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you, if you have a good product, document it, right? So whenever you meet another investor, I would show your prior performance, right? Proof of concept. So as you're doing these trades, you're adding the before and after picture, what you bought it for, and the projected profit, or your profit, and your current deals that you're working on, I would show the projected profit, all right? So as you're meeting new investors, you can say, here's my deck, all right? That's number one. Number two, there is institutional capital that's flooding the marketplace. So if you're doing this all on your own, with friends and family, you can most certainly get fix and flip loans that also incorporate the rehab portion built into
100%.
it. So if you don't know about it, talk to us offline. You're in the right room for this. Capital's cheap, so that should solve your problem, or at the very minimum, allow you to leverage that debt in order to project yourself into doing a lot more deals.
Next one is here. Janita Clark, are you in the room? Where? Come on. We can't see you, so forgive us. Everybody give her a round of applause. All right, you know the drill, right? Basically the structure here?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead.
So my name is Janita Clark, and I'm a realtor. I've been doing real estate for 6 years. I'm also a home inspector.
Okay.
And we have a home inspection company and pest inspection company.
Okay.
And we flip property. So
What market?
Central Valley.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm nervous.
No,
You seem
you're
nervous.
fine.
Would it
Relax.
make you
You're
feel
all
more
good.
comfortable if I made fun of Seth's shirt?
What's a big challenge like that we could help solve for you right now in your business?
Being able to grow, and so I feel like I'm every day juggling and barely juggling enough to stay afloat. And I have these thoughts that, okay, as soon as I get done with this, I can work on this, and I'll be able to grow in real estate. As soon as I write home inspection reports, I'll get done there, but it never happens. I can never feel like I'm getting to that growth. So time,
You're a consummate hustler.
yeah.
What are you great at? And what do you
I-
enjoy the most of all those businesses?
Real estate.
What does that mean? What part of real estate? Real estate's a big topic.
Oh, I love designing the house, like getting the home and then picking everything out, making it look
Flipping houses.
amazing.
So you flip houses?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that's what it is, right? Flipping houses.
Yeah.
Okay. If we gave you the advice right now to shut down everything except flipping houses, could you do that?
Could I financially do that?
That's what I'm asking.
No.
Okay. So what is bridging that gap right now?
Well, I'm relying on the home inspection side of it as my income.
Okay.
right? And then my real estate is my building block for future flips. So right now I feel like because of that, I can't touch that. So I have to have my home inspection side to live and survive. And then I have my flipping. This is in my head. This I'm sure is going to change now after this whole thing. But that's where my process of thinking was.
Yeah, it definitely has to change.
Let me ask you a quick question. Go and bring on a new inspector or find a new inspector in the market and effectively sell them leads, effectively, whatever marketing you're doing, push it down to them and let them go do it. What prevents you from doing that?
Well, I've been doing it for 2 years right now. So it came from having the pest company. Then we thought we could add that on, for an additional income. Why not? We're already out there. So I feel like maybe we're still, as a home inspection company, still young. And if I'm there and the two business partners that I have are also there, we all know what we're doing, and we're with our clients and customers and making them happy and pleasing them and giving them what they need. I don't know, and I know this was covered earlier, but I'm still going to say it. We don't think that they would do a good enough.
Okay.
Their heart wouldn't be
And that's
like
the
ours,
reason
and is it going to continue to build?
That's the reason I asked the question, because I knew that's the way you felt.
But I saw what
Okay.
you said on the screen.
And a lot of people in this room identify with that. And that's the reason I made a point of it and bringing it up, is because I sensed it when you were saying it. I was like, That didn't get the reaction that I thought it was going to get, like, oh, that's a fucking great idea. And that got the,
I know I should. Something.
okay? And so here's what I want you to recognize, a couple things. One, you have to tell yourself this, right? You can focus on the opportunity or you can focus on the obstacle. You can't focus on both. What do I mean by that? When you're getting this feedback, there's a little voice that's playing inside of your head, okay? And that voice said something to the effect of, yeah, that's a good idea, but, right? Whatever comes after that but is the bullshit we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
That's not true. What you just said is not true. I just want you to understand. It's your truth. It's what you believe, and I appreciate that, and I'm empathetic. The reality of it is inspecting a fucking home is not fucking rocket science, okay? It's not. I get it that you believe that you're great at it, and that is what makes you great at it, and I appreciate that, right? But what you also, the story you have to tell yourself is the truth. And the truth is, you ain't that fucking special when it comes to inspecting a house. There's nothing you can't tell and teach somebody else to do, or nobody in that market that couldn't do as good a job that you're doing right now. That, as he pointed out, one of the things he said that you may have missed is you can still QA the process, right? I can still make sure quality is being upheld to make sure that if it's reflecting my name and my brand, whatever the case may be, I still get the final say of what it looks like. But you have to remind yourself, and we all have had this conversation with ourselves, nowhere near as good as I think I am. There's plenty of people that can go and buy and sell houses and do all that shit. There's plenty of people in my organization that are better at their particular job and task than I would be at it. And that gives me freedom. But as long as I'm focused on the obstacle, meaning I'm focused on the yeah, but, I can't be focused on the opportunity at the same time. So when you're in that yeah, but phase, you got to ask yourself, which one am I focused on? Because if you focus on the opportunity, everybody in this room knows we all get more of what we focus on. Whatever you put your attention on, you will get more of. So if you focus on the obstacle, you're going to make that shit real. You'll keep telling yourself the story, nobody can do it as good as I can, period. Now, if you focus on what Dave was laying out, they were all laying out, that this is the opportunity for me to create financial freedom, for me to live my passion, for me to get in where I can go and then flip the houses and do the decorating and all the things that fulfill me in life and get to control my time and, do these things that really matter to me. That's my opportunity. Then that's where you'll start heading towards that path. And these obstacles, those are just problems.
Yep.
You are indicative of 90% of the people in this room right now. If you relate to this, put your hand up right now. Let me see it. Okay? Everybody's telling them this story.
You're not cray-cray.
Yeah, but. And whatever comes after that but, I just want you to call it out for what it is, own your outcome. Whatever comes after that but is the bullshit you're telling yourself, and call it that. That's bullshit, right? It's not true. But if you focus on it, you're sure as hell make it true. And the truth of it will be that, yeah, nobody's going to do it as good as I can because I won't let anybody do it. So I get to do it forever. And guess what I don't get? I don't get the opportunity to live the life I want to live. You can make that shit true. Just keep focusing on it. Yeah, but nobody can do it as good as I do. Well, you get to be right. Why? Well, I never even gave anybody the opportunity to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's that simple. And I know it seems overwhelming, but the reality is it's truly that simple. And notice the word I'm using. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm using the word simple. There's a lot of elegance and simplicity, right? We make it into something else. It's not that. This is a simple decision. Starting today, it changes. By 1 week from today, because here's what you're going to walk out of here with. 1 week, a week from today, Saturday, inside of this week, you have one job. You were to go find 5 or 10 home inspection companies that would be interested in subbing out, or you subbing out the job to. Can I go find 5 to 10 people right now? I'm not even telling you to even actually build the business yet. Go separate fact from fiction. You know how empowered you're going to be if you look up and you find 5 people that say, I would gladly do the job for $150. Okay, well, as a contingency of me doing the $150, I'm going to give you this 25-point checklist, and if you do all these 25 points in addition to the home inspection, you sign off on it, and everything, we get a green light from the customer that everything was amazing, we're going to take our cut, and I'm going to pay you $150. Do you understand how in 1 week how different your business looks? Because immediately you'll be like, fuck this. What the fuck am I doing? I don't want to do this shit. I can take $200 off the table and never leave the fucking house. Somebody else is going to do this for me. 1 week. It's just separating fact from fiction.
No one's born a home inspector. Remember that everyone received training, much like you received training. So you have to let go of the thought that you are the world's fucking best home inspector and actually pour onto someone else the same way other people are pouring onto you right now.
Right.
It's just paying it forward. You are at an event called Scale and Escape, and you're trying to figure out how to escape this shit that you're in, right?
Yes, 100%.
That's a great opportunity to reach out to other people, and the way Brett said, it's fucking a great idea. Now you have an opportunity to reach out to other home inspectors.
And then what
done.
will happen is you may look up very, very soon and say, well, shit, I just did this with the home inspection business. Why don't I try to do this with the pest control business? Right? Who knows? But the only way you're going to know is start taking focus on the opportunity. Whatever comes after that, yeah, but stop. Is that helpful?
Very.
Great. Give it a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And while you're at it, give these guys a round of applause right here. Thank you, guys. That was good stuff. Great stuff. Thank you, brother. Thank you.